Hey Grace, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning, James. I'm doing great, thank you. I feel relaxed and ready for our podcast. How about you?
I'm feeling good too. I had a nice cup of coffee, and that always gives me energy. I'm excited because today we're going to talk about something very important.
That sounds wonderful. Let me guess. Is it about learning English?
Exactly. Many of our listeners are English beginners, and they often ask how they can improve their English step by step.
Yes, learning a new language can be challenging, but it can also be fun and rewarding. Today, we'll share useful tips and easy methods to help everyone learn English with confidence.
Great! So, if you're listening right now, relax, grab a notebook, and enjoy this conversation about how to learn English effectively.
James, when you first started learning another language, what was the most difficult part for you?
For me, it was definitely speaking. I understood some words, but I was afraid of making mistakes. I worried that people would laugh at me.
I think many learners feel the same way. Fear is a big obstacle, but the truth is, making mistakes is a natural part of learning.
Absolutely! There is a famous proverb, practice makes perfect. This saying means that the more you practice something, the better you become at it.
That's right. The origin of this proverb goes back to the 16th century. It was first written by an English writer named John Adams. The idea is simple. Improvement comes through repeated practice.
So, if you want to speak English well, you should practice speaking every day, even if it's just for a few minutes.
Another challenge is remembering vocabulary. Many learners feel frustrated when they forget new words.
Yes, I've experienced that too. One helpful method is to learn words in sentences instead of learning them alone.
That's a great tip. Flashcards are also useful. You can write the English word on one side and the meaning on the other.
And don't forget to review the words regularly. There is another proverb that fits here. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
This proverb comes from an ancient Chinese philosopher named Lao Tzu. It reminds us that big achievements start with small actions. Learning English is the same start with one word, then another, and keep going.
Listening is another important skill. Many beginners say that native speakers talk too fast.
Yes, that's true. One effective way to improve listening is by watching movies or listening to podcasts with subtitles.
I also recommend listening to the same audio many times. Repetition helps your brain become familiar with the sounds and rhythm of English.
That connects perfectly with another proverb. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly. This proverb means that great things take time. It originated in medieval France and reminds us to be patient during the learning process.
James, how can learners build confidence when speaking English?
One effective method is shadowing. This means listening to a sentence and repeating it immediately, trying to copy the pronunciation and rhythm.
That's a powerful technique. Another idea is to practice speaking in front of a mirror. It may feel strange at first, but it helps you become more comfortable.
Yes, and learners should remember the proverb, where there's a will, there's a way.
This proverb dates back to the 17th century and means that if you are determined, you can find a solution to any problem. With strong motivation, anyone can learn English.
Consistency is the key to success. Even 10 to 15 minutes of daily practice can make a big difference.
I agree. Setting small and realistic goals is very important. For example, You can learn 5 new words each day or listen to a short podcast.
Another useful proverb is actions speak louder than words.
Yes! This proverb means that what you do is more important than what you say. Instead of saying, I want to learn English, it's better to take action and start practicing.
Grace, I think learning English through real-life situations is very effective.
Definitely. For example, you can practice ordering food, asking for directions, or introducing yourself. These situations make learning more practical and memorable.
Language exchange is another great method. Speaking with native speakers or other learners helps improve both confidence and fluency.
And remember, 2 heads are better than 1. This proverb suggests that working with others often leads to better results. Learning with a partner can make the process easier and more enjoyable.
Sometimes learners feel tired or lose motivation. What can they do to stay inspired?
Setting clear goals is very helpful. For example, you might want to travel abroad, get a better job, or understand English movies without subtitles.
Celebrating small achievements is also important. Every new word learned or conversation completed is a step forward.
This reminds me of another proverb. Slow and steady wins the race.
Yes! This proverb comes from one of Aesop's fables, The Tortoise and the Hare. It teaches us that consistent effort leads to success, even if progress seems slow.
Now, let's involve our listeners. James, do you have a question for them?
Of course. Dear listeners, here's our question for you. What is your biggest challenge when learning English? Is it speaking, listening, vocabulary, or grammar?
We also encourage you to try a simple method today. Choose one short sentence from this podcast and repeat it aloud 5 times. This technique helps improve pronunciation and confidence.
You can also keep an English diary. Write a few simple sentences about your day. For example, today I learned 3 new words, or I listened to an English podcast.
That's a wonderful idea. Remember, learning English is not about being perfect. It's about making progress step by step.
Before we finish, let's quickly review the proverbs we mentioned today. Practice makes perfect. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Rome wasn't built in a day. Where there's a will, there's a way. Actions speak louder than words. 2 heads are better than 1. Slow and steady wins the race.
Each of these proverbs teaches us an important lesson about patience, persistence, and determination in learning English.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast today. We hope our tips help you feel more confident and motivated in your English learning journey.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast so you won't miss any future episodes.
And remember to listen to this episode several times. Repetition is a powerful way to improve your listening and speaking skills.
Yes! Try to repeat the sentences aloud and practice shadowing. The more you practice, the more natural your English will become.
Keep learning, keep practicing, and most importantly, enjoy the journey.
See you next time.
Bye!
Bye!